Thank you, Chairman Mulvaney and Ranking Member Chu and other members of the subcommittee for the opportunity to speak to you today. My name is Miguel Galarza. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I'm the owner and founder of Yerba Buena Engineering Construction. We have branch offices in Salt Lake City also. And in addition to all the accolades that Ranking Member Chu gave me, in addition to my family and daughter, some of the most prouder things am being a state director for AGC and also a board of directors for ICA, or the Inner City Advisors, which is a nonprofit providing assistance to smaller inner city companies. As the founder of Yerba Buena Engineering, I've had a long road, starting from in the field as a laborer to working my way up through a mid-management level, and then soon becoming an owner of a company. And so I think I provide a unique perspective to what it means to be a small business from the eyes of an employee, from the eyes of a manager, and in the eyes of an owner. And having learned the ropes the hard way and understanding what it means to be a small business and understand the rules and that are involved in playing in the game of surety and bonding and lines of credit. So I'm hoping that today, through this discussion, and obviously small business is a nonpartisan issue, and having this open discussion to be able to discuss how we can improve some of the subcontracting issues that are prevalent in federal contracting, the small business bonding issues that prevail, and other bundling issues that are prominent, and how we can come to some resolution and some at least meaningful exchanges. One of the things that being in 8 states throughout the United States and having done well in excess of over $100 million worth of work, we've had this unique perspective of having had era-funded projects. And these era-funded projects, Yerba Buena was a recipient of 21 of them. And we were able to create a lot of projects and a lot of jobs to keep people busy and keep people employed. And that is one of the main reasons why I can see why bundling is important. Because when that funding came in place, it was important that there was an avenue that shovel-ready projects can be implemented quickly and efficiently and expediently to get people to work. And so while there is a need for bundling in the form of an IDIQ or MATOC or as-needed contracts or IDIQ, there are other opportunities that are not being used now to create opportunities not only for those primes but also for those subcontractors that don't get that main prime contract. And that's where I see there's a big lack in opportunity. Currently today through FAR Subpart 19, there are requirements for subcontracting. Unfortunately, those numbers don't really become numbers. The reporting mechanism for subcontracting is done under, I believe, Node Form 244, 294. That number or that form basically talks about percentages. It doesn't talk about dollars. So when you have a $100 million contract, you talk about 60%, 60% of subcontracting, but what really makes up that 60%? It's the portion of which the prime contractor designates he's going to subcontract. So in that $100 million contract, if he decides he's only going to subcontract $2 million, and he says he met his goal at 60%, with 60% of $2 million, that's, in the big scheme of things, he can say he did 60% and he met his goal, but he really didn't do much other than meet his minimum standard that was required contractually. I think that the city of San Francisco, the state of California, and other state agencies provide a true roadmap of how subcontracting should be done. It should be done based on dollars and on total contract value. That way, you have an obligation to meet a certain requirement. If it's a $100 million contract, we want 20% subcontract, that's $20 million worth of opportunity. And developing a real statutory penalty for not enforcing and meeting those obligations that you set forth as winning the contract. There's nothing worse than to win a contract and then say you're non-responsive because you failed to meet your statutory requirement. That is the penalty that needs to be imposed. only then, when there's real teeth in enforcement, will contractors begin to understand that that's the real price of doing business for the federal government. And they will start to reach out and look for opportunities for small contractors. There are other issues regarding bundling, subcontracting, but my time is short, so I will let the committee talk to me in questions if you feel free. Thank you again for the opportunity.